At the time, to me, it was very much an Irish story.
Step over this way, please. Get out of the line. Next. Passport, please.
I've realised now it really is incredibly universal and everyone's been able to relate to it in their own way.
Dear Rose, I miss you and Mother and think about you every day. The most important news is that I have a job and I'm in a boarding house.
I was glad to see you finally got some letters from home today.
The scope of this film and the beauty and the landscapes and your performance. Let's talk a little bit about that. I know what attracted me to want to see this film, but what attracted you to want to make it?
I was looking for the right thing to do, a script that had a strong female character kind of carrying it through. The time when I actually signed on to when I actually made the film, about a year had passed, and in that time I moved away and I went through really similar emotions to Ailish. There was kind of no escaping it. It was all very raw for me and kind of didn't really have a handle on my emotions at all, but it was great. In retrospect, I think it hopefully works.
Would you dance with me?
I'm not Irish.
So what were you doing at an Irish dance?
I really like Irish girls.
This is such a classic film with a story that is relatable for a lot of people. What was it that drew you in?
It was basically doing a love story and being the warmth and the light of a film, because I came from doing a lot of bad boys and tough guys and that kind of thing, and I was interested in exploring a softer side of myself. I want to ask you something, and you're gonna say, oh, it's too soon. Will you come for dinner and meet my family?
I'd love to.
You like Italian food?
What kind of direction did you get on this when they were looking for this softer performance?
I always start creating my characters with their pains or their fears, because I feel like that's what drives us as people. And John really pushed me to, do that work, but leave it aside and look at this character from a place of joy and to really keep bringing the joy. It was all about joy for him.
Why didn't you tell me to put my costume on underneath my clothes?
I thought you'd know.
Tell me.
It was sudden.
When will they bury her?
You want to go home, I guess.
How would it be for you if I did go home?
I'd be afraid.
Afraid that I wouldn't come back.
I read the script was great. I read the novel was totally heartbreaking, and I thought the adaptation was great. So there was kind of no reason not to do it.
No intimidation at all about being the subject of such heartbreak?
There was intimidation over the fact that he had to make a bit of an impression and yet turn up like really late in the film for a very short amount of time when her relationship was so solid before that. And he falls in love with her very quickly, despite the fact that she is promised to somebody else already. So I just thought he has to be different to the other guy. He has to offer something different, and in this case I thought there was a certain amount of independence. I'll tell you how I feel, and then whatever, if you want to come back, then that's fine, but not asking.
I'd imagined a different life for myself.
But your life here could be just as good. Better, even.
Women, as we all know, we're very complex creatures, and there's so much to tell and there's so much to kind of explore, and this just had all of that.